This is part 2 of the NEC video. These barn finds are something else. You won't believe who's owned the first
Barn find corner. Well, is this the worst car here? First owned by the Sultan of Brunei. Lotus Carlton. I remember being in the boot of one of these for 40 miles. I think with another person, to be honest. And somebody driving it like they've stolen it. I am 6'2", but two of us did get in that boat. But my God, that's been in the desert, hasn't it? This as well back in the day. I was never clean on the blue wheels. Raider, 5-turbo Raider. Safe bet for your money. Can't get my head around how much the Elbers are. 8 to 10 grand the estimate on that. I mean, lovely. What a great piece of kit. Looks like a Japanese import. Horrible number plate. Who would have thought of making that home? Who's in it? Even a stretch Mini is probably only the size of a normal Mini now, but a little limousine. Is it a Ferrari? Is it not a Ferrari? Oh no,
It's not.
it's a baby Fiat X19. I nearly bought one of these about 5 years ago for all of £2.5 grand. I reckon I got it for 2, but the scuttle had gone. Apparently it's a big problem. Showing 24,000 miles. I'm not sure it really will be 24,000 miles, but anyway, Fiat X19. Like what estate agents talk about. So they use clever wording. Careful recommissioning. Literally, this car is a horror. Everything. I mean, everything. It's been painted nearly by hand, certainly with a rattle can on the back of there. Just horrible. And they say about light recommissioning. I think you want to be talking about full rebuild, that is for sure. Bumpers don't even fit. Just horrible. Baggy seat. Sebring. Bumpers off.
Yeah.
Big arches. Lovely big arches. Oh, it's a rubber bumper converted. It's a homage, as they refer to it. A pretend one, whatever you want. What nearly started me off in the classic car world. A 928 S2. Flew all the way to London to go and have a look at it. Only done 29,000 miles. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? Flying to London. Didn't actually buy the car, as I thought it wasn't right. But did buy one of those, 380 SL. With the Mexican hat alloys. Mine was in silver. Just being a 380 was just not really the right engine. Ooh, an XGS of its time in that wonderful colour we keep finding today. XR2 needs quite a bit of work by the look of that quickly. Yep. Oh, roof as well. Yeah, it's quite an involved job. I do fancy one of these, but how much money do you spend on one? I mean, 8 to 10 grand with a believed 32,000 miles, which doesn't mean it's done 32,000 miles, that is for sure. An RS 2000 or a Triumph Dolomite Sprint. Well, the reason Triumph Dolomite Sprints, as my learned friend said, why don't they go up in price? Because they look like an ugly box, that's why. Although, my mum used to have an 1850 and I learnt to drive in that car at 13. But 10 to 12 grand, RS 2000, 40 grand. I think ours was the same colour, although not the 2 litre. It didn't have the wood, that's horrible. But it is cheap. Proper roof chop, that.
Hey?
Proper roof chop. Literally just chop the roof off. But 3 to 5 grand looks cheap as chips. These should do better. Daimler Darts. But does have a mouth on it like a fish. Or do you want a Jag? Fancy one of these. Original UK right-hand drive car, that. Just can never get my head around the money on how much they are, but this one does have the added £2,000 value because it makes it look cooler. Picnic box on the back. These, but Look at the toe out of those wheels. I mean, it's been done very well, I guess, but not my cup of tea. Don't know if that's got a trick handbrake in there. Yeah, not my cup of tea, to be honest, but this is more about Dave. Something about 400 foot long. Or the custom thing. He likes things like this. Would ever have a Fiat Stilo in a classic car auction, but a Schumacher edition, estimate 2 to 3 grand, books for nothing. Another little X19 or baby Ferrari. Best car here, obviously, the Fiat Panda, twin sunroof, Bianca. Oh my goodness me, how wonderful is that? Look at those wonderful seats, like these. Manta GTE exclusive, like that rear spoiler. They have a funny little take-up of the drivetrain when you set off, the whole car kind of lurches forward. Anyway, these love a Mark 1. Done 150 this though. But twin headlight conversion, factory roof, guided at 14 to 18, that car's 20 grand this, done 150. Could even do a bit more. This is a nice car with the Pirelli wheels. Ford Puma, mate. 7 grand. Here he is. Look at him. Come on then, Dave. What have you found? Oh dear. That's not been very well done for the show. I'm sure you sell this man cars. The before doesn't look quite as bad as mine. And then the after. Done a lovely job. Hope mine never had one of these.
I mean, like the general melt.
In blue. Lost my school cap while she was driving it out the back of it. Sold it to my eldest cousin. Unfortunately had a lot of problems and the scrap man came and took it away. This one looks like it's got a bigger engine in than the first car I sold. Not this particular car, but this model. Triumph Acclaim. 1982. Drove great. The little Honda engine in them. Ooh, CD, top of the range. Could even be automatic. Oh, it is automatic. This was the very first car I ever sold. Something wrong with that one. Oh, that's the reason why. That's the jolly old Rover back in the day thought, painting a mouth, but putting red leather in, calling it a BRM. Not quite sure how many they made. Was it 1,000? Quite a little rare car. But quite some serious money now, I think. 15 odd grand maybe. That was pointed out. I think we're going to get the Spider down to this level. Engine out, interior out, steering wheel out. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going that far with it, but what's the Lagonda? Oh, he's lost the engine out of that. That's why he's lost the engine out of that. I mean, I remember these as a kid, thinking these were amazing. I mean, not sure if you can see, but the dash on them was just phenomenal. That's very nice. Along with the Vespa and a pink mini pickup. Seen one of these before. Volvo camper. Well, that's something else, isn't it? How wonderful is this? So Mark 1, 2 or 2.5 MX-5 to that. How cool's that? Doobie, where will you be? Not sure that's really a kit, but anyway, nice little pickup on a fun little stand. All little mini kits. Maybe that's the next project. Like a retro mod, but not sure about those wheels. And then my learned friend recognised it's actually 4 doors with no door handles. Yeah, unfortunately not for me, but little Bond bugs. Crazy money these.
Even though nobody's going to see it, you might as well have Rolls Royce in the gearbox.
One of these when I was 15. Thought I'm going to learn how to restore it, which meant basically taking a load of bits off in my mum and dad's garage. And then eventually, by the time I was 17, the bits were still off it, and my parents went and got a pickup truck and they threw it in the back of it. So that was my first experience of buying a car. I think I gave £30 for it.
The Lambretta version Vespa in the living room.
Yeah, that's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, that's cute, isn't it? Not sure the seats look the comfiest. But didn't know that. They made 57 of these for Heinz baked beans for Capri's. They were right in my poster cars. Racing Puma, I should have had one of those as well. They were for buttons back in the day. That's a rare old car, isn't it? 4-seater convertible, welded up back doors. Little Rover, definitely my poster car. So I had an Escort 1.3L with that front spoiler, and always wanted to have an A plate. This is a Y plate, so I wasn't going back in years. RS 1600. Nice. Better than
Down in the
XR3.
comments which were your favourite cars from the NEC. More videos every Thursday, 8 o'clock, Gary T Garage.